I'm in the beautiful island of St. Kitts, and I'm getting ready to go under the tunnel. This is at the Marriott, and I got some points here that I think are real vital for you. Save you a lot of headaches when you're buying real estate down here, and also save you a lot on your electricity bill when you come down. So many people make huge mistakes on this, and I think this will help you. No one told me about this when I first came to St. Kitts. Also, if you want more information on also more videos, go to www.citizenshipquickly.com. Okay, from this point forwards that I'm walking all the way through here, I would be very careful when you buy real estate from this point forwards. Okay, I'm going to show you why down here when we get close to the end where the ocean is. This is something that I've discovered and been a lot of headaches with people buying. A rule of thumb is if you buy in Frigate Bay, stick with North Frigate Bay, not South Frigate Bay, okay? And the easiest way to tell you is North Frigate Bay is right where Half Moon Bay and Frigate Bay meet. That's North Frigate Bay. So if you stick with that, you'll be way away from this noise factor that I'm getting ready to hit. What it is, as I walk, I'll kind of describe it to you. There's actually bars down here, okay? And if you go down here during the daytime, you won't hear them at all. At nighttime, sometimes there's bands, sometimes there's not bands. The problem that you run into is if you get a place down here with loud noises, with bands, and sometimes they crack it open really late, you literally would have to, if you're going to be buying a house from that point I showed you forwards, or any sort of condo or property, I know this is a lot of trouble, but it's a lot less trouble than the house that you're going to have, is you should come down here when there's a band down here, anywhere from 12 o'clock at night to around 3 or 4 in the morning, and get your butt and sit it down here. Or if you don't want to do that, don't buy down here, okay? In this area here, it's beautiful. It's right on a golf course. It's a beautiful area. It's right next to one of the nicest beaches where I go swimming, called Timothy Beach. The problem that you've got is you've got a strip of bars down here, and they look real nice. The government's really fixed them up. The new government has really done a lot fixing them up. But the problem is, and the noise factor has gotten better than it used to be. I was told there was a court hearing a long time ago on the noise factor down here. There were a lot of people complaining, renters. There were people that just had trouble keeping renters because the noise was so loud. Now, can you shut your window and maybe get rid of the noise? You would have to be the judge on that. I don't use AC units. I like fresh air, and when you use AC units, I'm going to tell you, your bill's going to be through the roof. My bill runs me with no AC units $30 to $60 US a month. My next door neighbor, who's using all AC units, up to $1,200 US a month. Okay, now that's an exaggeration. That even with AC units, it shouldn't be $1,200. They had these big AC units, and they were running them all the time. But also the government here is real neat in that they subsidize part of the electric bill if you hit your kilowatts like around about 150 to 200 kilowatts or under. You actually get part of a subsidy back where they don't charge you for it. But if you get over that, it can really hit you hard. So you need to try to stay away from using AC units, and you can do it. It's not hot in summer like most places in the U.S., and you can acclimate yourself very easy. But being said, if you keep your window open, this is a problem you're going to run into. It could keep you up all night long, okay? So even if your window's closed, depending on your location, where you're at, how loud this band is down here, like I said, you need to test it out. If you don't want to test it out, don't buy down here. Buy in North Frigate or some other place is the best way to do it. It's a little bit dark here now because it's the end of the day. We've had a storm here, so it's almost 6 o'clock, so it's a little bit dark. Sorry for that. I'm going to take you down the strip and let you see it. They've done a good job in fixing up this place, but like I said, you know, there's been complaints in the past on these loud bars, so you're going to have to examine that and decide if you're going to get over here, you're going to have to deal with this. One other thing too, when you come to St. Kitts, don't assume that your electric bill is going to be really what you want it to be. And when I say that, it will be correct, but you could be paying commercial rates instead of residential rates, even if you're in a residential subdivision. This is what happened to me. It ended up, when I first came down, the commercial rates, I didn't even know, I just questioned, the bill was so high. I went to the electricity department, and the lady said, well, you're paying commercial rates. I said, that's not right. I'm in a residential area. She says, yeah, but you're the business where the development is, they're actually paying for the generator, and everything is coming off their name. So they gave us, we had to get this changed, and I'm the one that actually found it out. Even the builder didn't even know that he was, they were paying commercial rates. I had to bring it out to him. But at that time, the rates were like 80% higher on commercial versus residential at that time. So this is why you need to know what you're doing when you come down here. This is actually the beginning of the actual bars, okay? And I'm gonna walk down here where you can kind of see them. And places like way up here on hilltops, looking down, this is places you have to be careful on with these bars with the noise factor. And the only way you can do it is to come over here and kind of take a judgment yourself if you're gonna be buying in this area, or just stick with North Frigate Bay and you won't have this problem. But you need to know and realize what's going on before you buy. And also, if you look at other videos we've got, I can show you ways to really cut back on your costs down here on electricity. We have other videos on this, and also taxes. As I mentioned before, there's no income tax, no capital gains tax, no estate tax, no inheritance tax, and your property tax is only 0.20% of whatever you're buying, which is about 13 to 15 times less depending on where you buy in New Jersey, just to do a comparison. That's a big difference. But you see how nice it is down here. You're right next to one of the nicest swimming beaches. This beach really, this is the Caribbean side here. The only thing is if you're close to this, you're gonna be close to the bars. So you have to be wary of that and make sure, and I'm gonna walk down here and just show you what it looks like. It's nice. If you ever come to St. Kitts, this is a place to come down. It's a real Caribbean culture. You get, they've got real good food at these restaurants, and drinks, and just all kinds of things here. And you can come here. They're open almost all the time now. They're just beginning to open back up now with the coronavirus. And one thing that's nice about here, St. Kitts, we've had no deaths. I'm at right now about the this is about the 10th, 11th, I think, of July, and we've had no 2020, no corona deaths. We only had 17, I think, positive cases, and nobody on a respirator. That's pretty good. And we're about ready to have a storm here, so I might have to go underneath something here in a minute. But this is just showing you some of the actual bars that are down here. I'm going to walk down here and show you what they look like. You can see the government's done a really good job of fixing these up. These are nice little huts, and they've really increased the security down here too. This is a new one here that just came up not too long ago. This one's being torn down. A new one's coming up. So they're really trying to fix this place up. But it's like a lake. You can come down here. They've got a shower here for the public. There's no cost to come down here. All the beaches are free. Now, if you use a hotel's chair, they're probably going to charge you for that. But you can bring your own stuff down here if you want. And great for swimming, snorkeling. It's really nice. But like I said, you need to be far enough where you can't hear this noise. Now, right now, you're not going to hear these bands. Usually they don't play during the daytime. But man, at nighttime, sometimes they start at 10, 12, or whatever. But when they do, you need to be really careful, because if you buy, because if that noise is really loud, it's going to be hard to rent the place out. And you have to be really careful about that. I know you probably hear the wind because it's really windy out here today. So I'm trying to talk over this wind the best way I can. So anyway, it goes all the way down here. I'm going to go to the end and then stop just to kind of show you this place, what it looks like. over a period of time, they're going to really fix this up. But like I said, it was probably maybe 200 yards, maybe 400 yards out. But anyway, that from the tunnel on the other side, on the golf course, that's where you should be looking if you want to avoid this noise factor. Now, some areas that are down in this area that you'll probably be able to escape, although I've had some people tell me that they could hear the noise, was even as far as Calypso Bay. Horizon, you can, those are those areas up on the hilltop there. They've had issues up there too with it, hearing the noise. So anything up on this hilltop, even parts of Calypso Bay have had the noise, but most of Calypso should be okay. You'd have to actually go over there before you bolt and maybe see if there's a band down here at night where you can hear over there. Or if you're just scared, you don't want to have to deal with that, just deal with North Frigate Bay. Now, I keep talking about Frigate Bay because remember I had mentioned in other videos that if you buy outside of Frigate Bay, the Southeast Peninsula, or any of the citizenship development areas, and you're not a citizen, you're going to have to pay a 10% land alien holding license of whatever you're going to purchase. That's a lot. So you can avoid that by either buying in Frigate Bay, the Southeast Peninsula, or any of the citizenship developments. You can avoid it, or get citizenship, and you can buy anywhere you want, and the land alien holding license doesn't affect you, okay? That's the way to do it. Unless you're from the countries of the Eastern Caribbean states, they're also exempt. These are places like St. Vincent, Dominica. There's about, you can just look it up on the internet, Eastern Caribbean states. If you're a citizen from that country, you can avoid the land alien holding license too. So these are just things that you need to know. Also, if you've got a lot of assets and you want to get rental income totally tax-free down here, you could bring 5 million, 10 million, 15 million buy rental units and be tax-free as far as St. Kitts goes. Now, if you are a citizen, or let's say a resident of either France, Germany, or any other high-tax country that you have residency in, you would have to literally get out of that residency to exempt yourself from the taxes in that country. And each country is different on what you'd have to do to actually get out of the residency to do that. And then if you're a U.S. citizen, you would have to relinquish your U.S. citizenship to get out of all taxes, or if you're a permanent resident of the U.S., or if you exceed what's called the substantial presence test, you would also be subject to taxes on your worldwide income in the U.S. So you can get with an accountant; they'll help you with your situation on that. Also, if you're a U.S. citizen, you can come down here. You can qualify what's called the foreign earned income exclusion, which is roughly just a little over $107,000 for husband and $107,000 for wife if she has earned income up that amount of money. And this is on earned income. It has nothing to do with investment income, but it's a great way if you want to come here and avoid taxes up to over $214,000 US dollars a year with husband and wife both getting a credit on this. You can do that, and it's a great place. Nice weather all year round. Also, I'll show you across here this is a new structure that's come up, and now they've also made the entrance here. All of this has been done not too long ago, and they're trying to fix it up here. But if you want to learn more on how to get your taxes legally to zero or close to zero, go to www.citizenshipquickly.com, and if you hit the top bar that says apply with us, you'll get questions. Just fill those out, and then where it says send back to us, hit that. It'll come back to us, and we'll see if we can help you with your problem. Also, if you hit the subscribe button to the right of your screen, you'll get new videos as they come out automatically. And if you got a question or comment, just put it below, and I'll be glad to get back with you. And I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.